Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Mountain Warband Prophecy of Pendor 3.705. I was asked a couple of questions that I want to answer today. First question is, Boris, why don't you have an army? Well, let me ask the other way around. Why should I? What can an army do that I cannot do alone? Win fights? I can do that without an army. Oh. Of course we help the farmers, and of course we order them to flee immediately. As far as I know, these guys do not have ranged weapons. Oh well, I'm not pretty sure what I saw there, so let's first look. I think it was deserters. That was a quick look. So, back to the point at hand. Why should I get an army? Win fights? I can do that by myself. Get loot? I get more loot when I'm alone. XP? I get far more XP if I'm alone. Are these guys ignoring? So why should I get myself an army that only costs me money, that I have to train, that I have to keep safe? As soon as I have an army, I will have problems deciding who I fight and when I fight, because I will get slow. Unless I have a ton of pathfinding skills, and still then it will be hard. So, there are only two real reasons to have an army. Reason number one, sieges. You cannot win sieges without an army because you cannot carry enough arrows to take down all the sieges and the besieged. And second, you cannot hold an empire without an army, because if you are one man, you cannot be everywhere at the same time. And that are the only reasons you need an army. Killing, you can kill anyone by yourself, if you have the right tactics, if you have the right skills, if you have the right equipment. No problem there. Second question was about arrows. Boris, why are you carrying so many arrows with you? You're carrying too many arrows. Actually, I'm carrying too little arrows, because the maximum number of targets I can engage on a battlefield, I think, is about 240 with reinforcements. Let's assume that I need 2 shots for a normal infantryman, 5 shots for a guy with a horse. Buy 5 shots with the guy with the horse, because I have to kill the horse. 3 shots, and then I have to kill the guy on the horse 2 shots. So actually, assuming that half of the enemies I kill are cavalry, that puts us, well, let's make it easier in math, 5 times 120 means 500, 600 arrows, plus 200 for the 100 infantryman, puts us about 800 arrows. At the moment I'm only carrying 600, so I cannot take down an entire army by myself. So actually I should buy some arrows. Assuming that I run into an army of, say, 900 enemies, they still can only bring a maximum number of, I think, about 200 to 240, including reinforcements to the battlefield. So as long as I have 800 arrows, and I make no mistake, I can win any battle there is. Except maybe the enemy has better and faster horses than I have. But besides that, are they running away? Oh, they're running away. Believe that. I think they're actually running away. Well, they're deserters, I will catch them because I'm faster than they will ever be. And it will still count for me. Okay, one guy left. Come on, boy. Ah, hilariously bad. And yeah, 5 rooted, okay, they love me, that's excellent. We have one prisoner. And of course the loot sucks. So yes, I have too little arrows. I should try to get more arrows in my my hands. What was the next question? Oh, they're pretty fast. Yeah, you're dead. Army was one, I answered that. Companions. Companions is the same as an army. Companions basically only steal your XP. Yes, they're in theory undieable, which means they can't die. That means you can use them as cannon fodder or as expendable troops. But why should I take them with me? Sooner or later we'll need companions to make them lords and to supplement our army, but basically we have no reason to take them with us. So, but we'll get all the heroes. I can assure you that we'll have armies later on, and that we'll have all the arrows, that all the NPCs that are in the game will be in our troops, or with our troops. So no worries here. Exquisite Raven. I'm more a saber type. I'm simply a saber type. Actually, the loot is better than I expected. So, what's the plan at the moment? The plan is making XP and gaining honor. Both in, well, more or less the same priority. But that is luck, so I'm not making that a priority because I cannot influence that. Finding the Qualis gem. The missing one, because we can get one more Qualis gem out of this misery, well, quite easily, better to say, and I'm trying to get that done. Will we now be passing through two territories, so we better be damn careful, because those guys are aggressive. What else was there as question? You should ask me more questions. I think I know some things that might be useful to you. Yes, the enterprises. Why do I go for the 12,000 denarii enterprises and not for the others? I could spread out a little bit more in terms of enterprises. Yes, I could. But I don't think that's useful, because I'm trying to get most of the money out per enterprise, because I will later have to pay an entire army out of the income from that. So I have really no intention whatsoever on wasting that. Or this. I've got prisoners to sell. And great, he knows nothing. Oh shit. That was the last second. Very fast with that sword, then. Considering that I have the far higher agility. And never draw your sword before they draw theirs, because if you do that, you will count as the aggressor, and I do not recommend that. Exquisite Norman saber. Mine is actually better. Okay, I said that we need income, and I said that we need experience. Now I will do something that you might find strange, but it normally works. This is a range of the Clarion Call. We don't have the honor to join them, but we can do business with them. We can fight for them. And the best quest you can ever get is this one. They will send you against a number of knights of the opposite. Oh, holy shit, look at this. There are really a lot of knights. Okay, we should equip our best shields for that, and we should keep moving. This is going to be very, very, very ugly. The terrain is not our friend. Not even a little. The terrain is pretty bad. So, the music reminds me a little bit of King's Bounty. Totally good game. Totally good game. So, what I'm doing here. These are about 50 ebony knights. Well, 23 of their knights and 29 of their halberdiers. I don't care what. So, forget about the halberdiers, they're no issue here. The halberdiers are crap. The halberdiers are pretty much useless against us. If you have an army, for example, oh boy, the halberdiers would be a problem. A major one. So we only have to watch out for the knights. There are 23 of them. The good thing is they're pretty good with their crossbows, which means they will expand their ammunition pretty fast. Why am I doing this? Well, start counting. There are about 50 of those guys, okay? The lowest of them gives 300 experience, the best of them gives 375. Let's say 300 of them. And there are 50 of them. Start counting. Start counting how many experience exactly are running there. Oh boy, you get it. And all of these guys are wearing plate armor. Oh yes, each and every one of them. Try to imagine how much money and how much loot we can get out of this misery. Probably if we survive it. The main problem here is that the terrain is absolutely terrible. The terrain really is horrible. There is no other way to say that. Should not have fight them close to a river. Oh boy. Don't forget these guys are using siege crossbows, so they can deal a lot of damage. Be careful not to run into any trees. So yeah, well, about some say my way of not having an army slows me down. Actually, I think I'm at day 40, about that, and I have an enterprise in every city there is, and I am level 18, something like that. I'm wearing a good helmet, a good armor, I'm riding a wonderful horse, and I'm having one of the best shields available. So I think I'm doing quite good. So, besides, look at my money. I have a lot of money. So, my way is financially and on terms of experience, I think quite effective. Those that early invest in leadership, for example, will only have a lot of mouths to feed. But that's all. They will not be able to take down bigger armies than I am, and they will have constantly to pay for their armies and try to train them. So where is the benefit in that? I don't see it. Some say my way of playing is boring, riding around the enemy, wait until they run out of arrow. Actually, this way is much more dangerous and much more full of adrenaline than sending about 100 Sauron knights into the enemy forces and wait for them to slaughter them or get slaughtered, depending on what you're fighting at. I'm putting myself on the line here. Oh, they hit the horse that time. I should try to keep them from hitting the horse because I need the horse. The main problem is that there are so many of them. I mean, there are 23 carries 30 bolts. That's a lot of bolts. Again, don't even fear the halberdier guys. The halberdier guys are not a problem. We can kill 100 of this halberdier guy. What I'm talking, I can kill 200 of this halberdier guys without even getting a scratch on my armor. Except I run into a tree. When I run into a tree, then I'm dead. But not because of the halberdier. Or... oh shit. Good thing they didn't fire. Yeah, the Knights of the Ebony Gauntlet. Just for you to know, depending on which order you help, you're getting different orders to fight. For example, if I were helping the Knights of the Dawn, I would most probably be fighting Eventide Knights. Which is okay, but I don't like the Knights of the Dawn, so not my favorite. Please fire on me, I could really use someone to fire on me. Knights, Rangers of the Clarion Call, they fight two different kinds of targets. One is the Ebony Knights, which is not my favorite to fight because it's very time consuming, as you can see. And the other ones are... oh, what are they called? Well, they're using maces and shields and horses, so primarily they're dumb can meat, because they can do nothing against me. Okay, after this fight I have to stop. I have to stop anyway because I have pain in my mouth. I'm having a little bit trouble speaking. I'm not sure if you've noticed that. But you've been waiting so long for the next episode, so I think I bite my teeth together and make the episode happen. Besides, ooh, shit, they're still firing. I'm planning on something very special to show you. Something to prove my idea, my army. We should risk it. Look at how many of them still have firepower. Oh, I think all of them. Yeah, pretty much all of them. Oh, stop firing. Boy, are this guy's aggressive. Okay, here we go. I still try to remember the name of the knights that normally fight the Clarion Corps guys. I know that they're specialists in morning stars, horses and shields. They're not lance users, and their squires are horsemen too. I don't get it. It's not Knights of the Dragon, it's not Knights of the Eventide, it's not Knights of the Dawn, it's not Knights of the Lion, not Knights of the Silver guys with the bows. Nah, got no idea. In theory, as the enemy is always shooting at the position where you are, never at the position where you will be, that means, theoretically speaking, the enemy cannot hit you. But, as the enemy is a dumb toad, he's sometimes aiming wrong, and that's the point where they hit you. They don't hit you when they're aiming for you, they hit you when you're aiming badly. So, oh, I love enemies with high firing speed, because they will run out of enemies so much more quicker. And of course the best thing that can happen to you is that you help an order who's fighting guys on horses. Why? Because they give more experience than the guys on foot. If you're fighting, for example, 50 Knights of the Dawn, I think you will run out at 50 times 633 experience. Woohoo! Yes. Start counting. Much better than that what I'm doing at the moment. But once have to do with what he gets. If life gives you lemons, you slay Knights of the Ebony Gauntlet. I might be a little bit too close. They Um, what else was there in questions? What troops will I use? Well, that's a hard question, actually. Normally I use Ravenstein Rangers. Because composite short-bow arrows, 200 weapons, or shield, and 100 weapons. And they're fairly easy to train. Actually, they're, in my eyes, the most easiest to train high-level troops in the game. Second would be the Empire Armored Crossbowmen, simply because they're using crossbows, and I like crossbows more than bows for my troops. Because the higher hitting power and less training required. But sadly, Empire Armored Crossbowmen need a lot of training. Actually. A terrible high amount of training, to be more precise. So I might not be able to train them or to get them in the numbers that I need. Because don't forget, your army should consist of troops that you can easily recruit, train, and restock if necessary. Oh yeah, they're running out of arrows. Bolts, excuse me, they're bolts. That leaves us with possible choices of a unit that I personally fear, and that is the Solaron Armored Longbowmen. Most fear the Solaron Heavy Cavalry because the Solaron have one of the best cavalries in the game. They're relatively easy to recruit and extremely hard-hitting. They're perfectly armored, have good armored horses, and do a lot of damage. But I don't like knights in my army. Because they're using horses, and horses are dumb, and the AI is not very intelligent either, and so the horses tend to hit the enemy all in one spot, and then the first guys on the horse land someone, and the rest of the guys runs in the guys before them and do no damage. So, nah, Sauron Knights, no sir. But their longbowmen have one thing in special that all others don't have. No, I don't need the longbow. There are other units, I think, that use the longbow as well. No, the Sauron longbowmen have two sets of arrows. While all others only carry one set of arrows, the Sauron longbowmen carry two sets, which actually gives them double the endurance on the battlefield. Meaning, for example, if you're doing a siege, and you've got Sauron longbowmen with you, hooray! They will kill twice as many guys as, for example, Ravenstein archers, because simply they have more arrows. I cannot believe I'm hunting 23 of these incredible dangerous knights with a horse. But that, on the other hand, proves my point. I think. We're getting closer. I should not look at the arrows, that brings bad luck. No, I'm not a person that believes in luck. I mean, I'm not a Jedi and say that luck does not exist, but I do not believe in it being very useful. So, some of them still have arrows, but it's not that many anymore. Firing already died down to a certain degree, which is good. Considering that these are the best crossbowmen you can ever engage in the game as far as I know, and 23 of them were shooting at me without effect, except for a little damage to my horse, I think that proves the point that I can take down any army there is as long as I'm riding the faster horse and as long as I have enough arrows. So in theory, send 200 at me and the outcome will be exactly the same. In theory, send 1,000 of them against me and the outcome will be exactly the same, with one little problem. I of course only have a certain lifespan. Oh, one of them is still firing. Oh, one more. Whoa, 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 whoa. It seems like more of them have still arrows left. Well, let's put them come a little bit closer and see how many of them still have arrows. It's very hard to tell because normally you can say that the guy ran out of arrows by the weapon he's holding. From a distance, a shield is very, very easy to see, but actually these guys are using two-handed weapons, so it is entirely possible that I look at them thinking they have no shield and they're carrying a crossbow, but actually they're not. They're not carrying a shield because they're using two-handed weapons. Who knows? Ah, I'm a moron. I should have known. I deserved that hit. I totally deserved that hit because I was not thinking. I was thinking they were out of arrows, and of course they were not. And that proves another point. As long as I stick to my training, and as long as I stick to my idea, I will not get pummeled. The second I fall off grace and forget about my plan, I get hit and nearly killed. If that was a hit to the face, I would have been dead. Simple as that. So we keep riding. That was so unnecessary. That was terribly unnecessary. 17 damage. It will take years for that to heal. Even with my heal. Oh, Boris, why did you fall from grace? This could have been a perfect fight, a perfect proof of your fighting theories, and you ruined it. All in a second. You know that there is a pirate who did pretty much the same I just did. It was, I think, Robert the Red. And he was a very, very, very good pirate, and he took down a lot of ships, and there is little to nothing the others can do against him, the Empire, British Empire. But one day he's just done too much. They were really empty, so they were sending a warship against him, a ship of the line. 3 decks of cannons, a battleship, 900 men, the full ship. And Robert had 2 ships. One commanded by his first officer and one commanded by himself. And the ship of his first officer first met the enemy face to face, and they thought it was a merchant ship, because merchant ships at this times tried to paint guns on their port sides, hoping that the enemy will think that they are not a merchant ship but a warship and leave them alone. Well, guess what? It was a warship. It doesn't dress like one, it was a real one. And so, the ship of the XO were taken. Robert the Red, when he engaged the warship, or saw the warship, he immediately knew that that was a warship and not a trade ship. But what did he do? He could have sailed away, he was faster. But he didn't do that. He decided, well, I always wanted to know how big the firepower of such a ship really, really, really is. And so he said, okay guys, we'll do one thing. We'll take one broadside with them. They shoot one, we shoot one, and then we'll know what we have to want to know, and then we'll drive off or finish them off, depending on how the fight goes. Well, guess what? He with his 12 or 14 10-pounder guns opened fire, and the warship opened fire with his, I think they're using 36-pound guns or even heavier. Well, Robert Red's ship was obliterated, and he was killed in the first salvo. That's what you get when you think you should find out how much firepower the enemy did. And that was the same what I just did. I wanted to know if the enemy still has bullets or bolts, and the enemy told me pretty clearly that yes, I still have bolts. Oh, come on, guys. I know there are 23 of you, but still you should run out of bolts sometime. Yeah, but they're still firing. They cannot have a lot of bolts left. Uh-oh, never run down rivers. You slow down and you make a perfect target. One has still arrows. That one. I should really get my mace out and hammer the guy down. Come on, you're the last. You're the last of your men with the poles. He reloads, we turn. The moment he runs out, they're all dead. I think he's out. Are you all... Oh no, shit. He tricked me. That's what I meant. For me, it looked for a moment like he was out. But he was not. These are not ideal fighting grounds, but they'll do. Oh, look at this. Did you see that tree that just passed by? That could have been our end. Oh, look at this wonderful number of knights. And look how fast they are with their two-handed tutus. And look how much experience we get just from killing one of those guys. And we should try to keep our distance. Oh boy, I hope they don't start running, because I will have real problems taking these guys down in a fast order. And I hope I have enough arrows. I mean, these are knights. If I don't hit the helmet, I will have real problems doing damage here. I should keep my distance. I really need better fighting grounds. There's too much water here, too many trees. That's less than ideal. Boy, are you tough. I need more headshots. And I think I need more arrows. Well, I missed. A million guys behind me and I missed with a shot. How is that even remotely possible? Don't let them hit me once. They will kill me and the horse and everyone else with just one strike. And the main problem is my hand is getting tired. Oh yeah, you're tough. There is it, you're getting headshots and they're not dying. I don't know how many I killed, but I don't think I killed enough. More arrows, please. Oh boy, I hope I have enough arrows. Really have a lot of free time, you could tell me how many experience I'm getting. One of them is running, I guess. No, he just decided to put me down. Very good, very good. As soon as the guys with the halberds are down, too close to the border here, but then on the other hand, where could I engage them? In the middle of the map is this godforsaken river. I always know that it's a bad fighting ground. Just run to the other side, of course. Yeah, so much for that tactic. My problem is not killing them, my problem is not letting anyone escape. That's it, we're getting to the other side of the river. This is too dangerous. And again, no. We get to the other side of the river and kill them there. Could have reloaded arrows, by the way. Maybe here, but there is the border. They will always run for the closest border if they can and try to escape. Why do you scream? How do you think that will help? Oh, I'm getting serious. Okay, at least that worked. Oh, they still have one of their crazy guys with them. He's just hiding in the bunch. He's just hiding, he's clever. Are you running? No, you're not. You're trying to trick me. Okay, I think we'll fight it out. Too many trees, actually. Here. That looks like a good spot. And look at this. They still have a halberdier. Running or no, you're not running. mention I need a better bow. Remember, I'm doing this with a crappy bow. This is not a high-tier Noldo or I kill you all in one strike bow. This is a primitive, the Shar, I think. No, it's a composite short bow. So, not even the latest in killing technologies. They're running. They're knights. They will not. Well, axe actually, they will run at a certain point, but that point is not yet reached. Look at this, guys. They refuse to die to the last moment. Come on. Without a scratch. Well, one bolt is all it took to ruin my dreams of a perfect battle against some knights. Okay, the Shah arrows. Very good idea, because the Shah arrows will punch through their armor far better. Oh yes. 90 arrows. Okay, there are less of them now. So we can again try to face them off here. Although that's bad because too many trees and the end of the map is quite close. Well, let's make every shot count. Would you please stay in the group? Oh, and there are trees. I like trees. And level up for the good guys. Why did I... Oh, this... I know they don't... Of course they don't flee. Why am I always believing they're fleeing? They're Knights of the Ebony, I don't care. When you look at their helmets, you can see that they're all wounded. These guys can soak up damage. Come on, you're not invincible. Die already. Oh, that was close. For a moment there I thought they got me with that tree. This one seems... No. Oh, crap. Let's get them in the middle again. Even if it is not the perfect fight of my lifetime, I think I'm doing quite good. Because we're taking out a lot of those monsters. Whoa, did you see that? I think he just speeded up just before the strike. That was dangerous. That guy was actually pretty close. You can do it. Oh, crap. Come on. Whoa. This one is tougher than the rest. So it's not just you and me left, and he's dead as well. Now, if you like, count how many XP I got out of this fight. Oh boy. The loot is not as good as I expected, actually. The head armor is okay. I really thought of more. Shield's okay. Yeah, well. $5,000 denaries, and we've got another 5,830 experience. And now just try to think how much experience we would have lost if we had to share all that experience with an army or with NPCs or with something like that. Oh, look at this. Oops, too much. Okay, I think they don't have enough money to pay me. Yeah, they're poor. That's the answer, they're poor. This city is too poor to buy all the shiny stuff that I have to sell. Oops. Okay, let's go to the castle. Oh, wait, I have to wait 2 or 3 seconds until... Yes, now it's done. Yay! And we got 700 extra, and we gained it honor. That's nice, because honor we really can use. So, I think I've proven my point, and we'll see each other again next time. Bye!